Previously on Poop Dynasty, we introduced you to Babs and her deeply unhealthy duplex in Norcross.
Sometimes my cat gets diarrhea. That right there, that's the devil. That's nothing that I've ever experienced in my life.
I just didn't know what to do with the poop. Like, do I double bag it or do I throw it away or is there a special container?
Now that Catastrophe Packout is done removing all of our possessions, it's time for emergency water removal to come in and do the demo and extraction.
Hello, man. How you doing today?
Hi, pretty good, thanks. I brought presents for everyone.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. To remind you where you had your most wonderful time.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And I checked them and they actually all work.
Well, that's good.
I know.
Yeah, I want it. I want it. Do you want it?
Charles, there's something in my eye. Can you go real quick?
The movies are coming today. Well, you know what? That's not like a George problem to me. Yeah.
Tell him, I said, what the hell they got us in right now?
Hey, it's not the size of the compressor, it's how they pound the nails.
I don't think we'll be able to say that.
Probably going to be cutting all your walls at 4 foot, probably removing your cabinets, carpet pads, stuff like that. Yes, ma'am. But we'll get through it.
Yep. The house won't collapse, will it?
However, before they get to the demo, they need to take care of extracting a lot of standing sewage. Now with the sewage and cat turds gone, there's still a lot of demo to do. However, these guys are glad that the job is now a little less interesting.
Yeah, the black car. Where the cat? On the tag? Bro, they got a cat on the tag. If that don't tell the whole story, I don't know what is. And you know what surprised me though, what killed me? It's that she is so concerned right now. Like, you just not being so concerned about your house. Are you gonna take this cabinet? Are you gonna leave this? Are you gonna take that house out of cut? And your whole house got all over. You concerned now. Like,
Meanwhile, a few miles away in Dunwoody, someone else is having a problem with crap on the floor.
It's a toilet downstairs that's not used very often, so I forgot about it. And then last night I heard some water flowing and went downstairs to see what it was, and there's sewage everywhere. In the shower, on the carpet, in the bedroom downstairs, in the family room, flowing out of the toilet. It looked like something had exploded.
Pass them on around, buddy. Yeah, Bubba, we gonna go in here
here and clean up on some doo-doo.
Some doo-doo.
You know, cream up that poo-poo. Feel better now?
This is how you get same-day service. If you can't do it, my phone number is 678-251-6537. We'll work it out for you. Same-day service, baby. It's about 2 days. We can't get no part, we can't get no dump. It's gonna take 2 days before we get a part, a dump. Nah, it's all about who you know. We're going upstairs to the upstairs master bathroom. This house is probably got asbestos. We noticed 9x9 tiles downstairs in the full part of the full finished basement, the bathroom, and the family room downstairs. We're gonna be pulling this tile, pulling the toilet, pulling the vanity, and pulling the shower out of here. When we get the test back to make sure that it's negative before we can do any work.
Okay.
All right? Because you notice it's tile floor and tile walls. But we're gonna tear this bathroom the hell up.
We're gonna have to.
Something is going, if you notice downstairs in the bathroom downstairs, the ceiling, how the ceiling is falling,
Yeah.
something's going on here. But it's
It's
my own will.
leaking in. I can
There
see
you
it.
go. Damn, I should have put my boots on my truck today. These tennis shoes, I ain't getting it, brother.
Miss Ritchie's 45-year-old house would indeed be positive for asbestos, and because of this, a different team has to be brought in for the full demo. So after slurping up the sewage and packing up affected items, the emergency water removal crew has done all they can do. This poor soul is John Jeffcoat, and he's bored out of his mind. But there's a way you can help. For just minutes a week, you can watch Poop Dynasty's pinched clips and catch up on all of John's adventures, either too crazy,
Where am I?
too uninteresting,
Yeah, that's a nice board. I'll keep that.
or just too hot for the regular show.
75 trips. I'm too old for this. So I guess you're white collar because you sweat out all your minerals and salts and it leaves a little white ring around your neck. That's what white collar is. You're welcome, Pete.
So please, do what you can. Give John some attention
No professional training.
before it's too late and he gets so bored he has to resort to working.
The doctor says I'm having an allergic reaction to work. Yeah. Says it's causing me to break out and sweat. I should lie down immediately.
After Babs' waterlogged cat playground proved too much fun for one day, Babs awaits the return of the EWR guys the next morning, happy with the progress so far.
Can I tell you what a pleasure it is to walk downstairs and walk across dry ground? Good morning, good morning.
When the house is really, really dirty, you can do a process called a reflood, which is after you clean up, try to get all the dust that you can, you literally reflood it. I'm gonna open a water valve, probably a couple of them. Yeah. Reflood it until we get a decent amount of standing water, and then I'll suck it all out, all the water that I reflood. And after that, you just spray that again, and it should smell pretty good. And it's honestly the only true way to get rid of those super nasty jobs.
Jacob is banking on this reflood to tamp down 20 years of cat smell that they already hoped would be gone by now. Only time will tell if he's right.
And then I'll just suck it all out, all the water that I reflood.
After the reflood is re-mitigated, the guys load in a few drying fans, dehumidifiers, and air scrubbers to dry the place. Alright, maybe a few is the wrong phrasing, but this is a really wet place.
I am really not in any position to want to even little bit annoy my neighbors.
One positive of all this is that the booming noise from all the fans might actually act as a cat repellent, but that will remain to be seen. The inside of Babs' home gutted, a rebuild crew definitely needs to be hired. But considering the pushback from insurance, even regarding the demo, it seems likely that the house will end up condemned. Originally, George was going to get Pete to do the rebuild, but the more the insurance company pushes back, the more prohibitively expensive this job becomes.
Your professional opinion for working for Code Blue, as you review this, as this being a hazardous material, as the house is going to be condemned, you're saying that we can still save that equipment because we can just, again, as you put it, pressure wash it and put in some Benefact and spray some Benefact and change the filter. That's Code Blue's position.
Yes.
Okay.
For now, though, all Babs can do is wait. Back in Dunwoody, Miss Ritchie needs a lot of work done, and George and John are just the guys to get down there, roll up their sleeves, and hire other people to get the work done.
This is crazy. How long has her house been like this?
We'll go to the basement. Look. Last time I was here, I was standing in raw sewage.
Really?
She wants all the paneling to come down.
Is that included? Paneling is such a pain in the butt. Wish you want to go back.
What we're here for today.
Huh?
How are you?
Good, fine, and dandy. Good to see you again.
You too. You are?
I'm George.
I'm
Nice
sorry,
to meet you.
that's George the
Nice
boss.
to meet you.
I'm the boss. Yeah, I
You love the
guess.
mess?
Yeah, we do.
It looks a lot better than when I was.
Did y'all see the mail booth? It's amazing how small rooms get when you take everything out of them.
Yeah. So what I will also do is I should be able to get them to pay for that. USAA should pay for that.
Okay.
Because most people don't know policies. I know every aspect of your policy, and there's a part of your policy that you have is called bringing things to code. Bring it to the current codes of 2016. That is a code issue. It came out like 2001, I think. So this is just another,
They broke it.
Well, we give you a new fan. That one's free.
Wait a minute. There.
No, it's still broken.
Now.
It's still broken.
I just fixed it.
No,
There we
you
go.
didn't.
Now.
No, look at the thing is loose.
Oh, did you see that? It's on camera. She broke it.
I did not! You were holding it.
I don't know. I saw it.
I don't know.
Let's play it
I
back.
saw the homeowner stick her hand up and yank this down in a violent manner and swing it at me.
And then where does it just stop here at this
No,
door?
you got one more room.
Okay, I'm glad I'm asking.
Okay.
Oh, it's Uncle John! It's Uncle John! It's Uncle John! I have to replace that shower valve and drain line. Bats. Pooping and living. It's called scat poop. Scat poop. Oh, how you doing?
Fancy and
Like no
Dublin.
one's petting me.
Fancy and Dublin and Murdoch's into the other room. You guys have fun, don't you?
We need to be done with
You
this in
wanna
a
keep
week.
Under, because I know that the first answer everybody says is cheap as possible, and we just ran out of that program. It just ended last week.
No, you told me I could still get it.
I think cheap as possible. Yeah,
Well,
that
we can.
ended.
Well, here's the thing. We're gonna have to actually bring in a drywall crew because
Yeah.
there's so much
That's a
drywall
lot.
to do. There's like,
I want to say it could be 80 sheets, 80 or 90 sheets, and that's a lot. Versus these guys will have it hung in a day, and then the other crew will come in, and in 3 days it'll be all finished.
This estimation turned out to be a bit optimistic of George, as the asbestos removal team still had one room left to go. It wasn't until that was finished that work could begin on the drywall. And there was a lot of drywall. Not to mention all the insulation that had to be removed and replaced. All this time, Miss Ritchie's dogs are still staying in the house.
Just a big, fat, ugly little puppy. No, you're definitely cuter than the other one, though.
And that can get a little dicey at times.
Give him a chance to get some air, too.
While initially this caused conflict, eventually Mary Jane and Pete bonded over their love of dogs.
Oh, but your girlfriend left and took the dog.
No, he's mine.
Okay, good.
They can take my kids, my sons, everybody, but they're not taking my dog.
Well, I traded my ex-husband for 2 dogs. I had a great deal.
20 board. Dude, it's probably another 25, 30 boards. They've hung 62 boards they've hung.
While the dog issue ended up fizzling out, Miss Ritchie started to become more and more aggravated with the toll the construction was taking on her life.
She doesn't stay here, does she?
We need to be done with this in a week.
2 weeks later, the drywall was nearly done with more than 100 sheets hung. The bathrooms were close, but took extra to change the outdated, incompatible plumbing.
Same. Ouch. There it goes. That's a big ass trap, bro. Damn.
And while all that's going on, the dining room, living room, basement, and a giant chunk of the bedroom are inhabitable. On top of this, Miss Ritchie is claiming the Allure flooring in the basement is defective, and she is withholding a 10 grand insurance check for that reason. George's pushback to this would be that Miss Ritchie's 8-room rebuild is a 30 grand job, and so far, that money seems to be hiding.
Did you finish Miss Ritchie yet?
So she gets the check, and then she goes silent, right?
Was she owed 300,000? No, 30,000.
30,000.
Okay.
Just move
I was
decimal
off
ones.
one over, yeah.
One decimal place. So she owes 30 grand. The check shows up. Pretty good odds she cashes the check and she goes silent. Okay? So I said, has the mortgage company sent any more checks? I said, there's a lot of money hanging out there. You ready for her long response? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you get all that?
Okay, hang on, wait. Can you spell it?
So I said, all right, have they sent any more checks? There's a lot of money hanging out there. And she says, let me read through it again. Yes. And I said, hooray! Exclamation point. She says, my mortgage guy visited, because they come out from California, right? to Dunwoody, Georgia.
Right.
So my mortgage guy visited and gave me advice regarding the completion of the unfinished work and floor replacement. Because you know, mortgage guys are forever advising people on floor replacement. You with me so far?
They just care if there's a floor in. They don't care what it looks like.
No, she's been advised by a mortgage guy from California coming out to her house, right?
When the windows coming in?
I haven't ordered any.
But George gotta do that too?
I don't know. I don't think I can afford that. I think I have to stay with these upwinds.
We gotta find out. You gotta let me know now because
I don't know what's going on.
George?
What did he tell you?
I think he was getting the windows.
So I was talking to her last night and I said, hey, you know, we got to get together to pick out flooring and stuff like that. She goes, oh, I hired somebody else to do the floor. I said, excuse me? She goes, yeah, we hired somebody else to do the floor. I'm like, ma'am, you kind of can't. Well, I can't live like this anymore. I'm like, ma'am, 2 weeks ago is when we got this all approved and we haven't left your house at all. We've been there every single day trying to get your house back together. We did 120 sheets of drywall. It takes a minute to get 120 sheets of drywall done. So the reality is, hopefully we get a check.
It's a tangled, confusing web. But after George meets with Miss Ritchie, it all culminates with an agreement and a deadline. 1 week to finish, devoted entirely to the house. So for the next week, Pete will be finishing Miss Ritchie's house. But that includes laying a floor, demoing a kitchen, rebuilding a kitchen, and putting the finishing touches on 2 bathrooms, and putting up cabinets and a utility room.
Storage anymore.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. We're good.
While this resolves the short-term issues between George and Miss Ritchie, the issues between George and Pete are just beginning.
So next week we're gonna finish this up here then?
Yeah, but you're not gonna be here. After we probably won't finish next week because we gotta go someplace else.
Pete feels mismanaged and overworked, and now with the stress of the next week laid out before him, he's fed up.
Yeah, what, 3 weeks now?
A little bit.
Because we never come for a week. We come 2 days a week. The job, like this time we're going somewhere Friday already. Bull, man. I feel bad for this lady, man. I mean, nobody wants to live like this, you know what I'm saying?
And you don't remember what he said to me? We'll be done in 2 weeks. In and out.
Yeah, right. They always say that. But they always say that, man. Bunch of jerks. George and John. What they think about, you know what they think about? Even George, man. They're like, oh, she's so nice. Go ahead, do it for her. Do it for you. Know, they're gonna He cares about that chick at the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the job. But he does care sometimes. Whatever. Doesn't matter. They're still a bunch of jerks.
It's gonna be a busy week. Next time on Poop Dynasty, Pete tries to stay on deadline, but Miss Ritchie's 50-year-old house isn't making it easy.
Oh, well.
They didn't. Wow, they
There's
cheapskated it. Didn't they?
I've never seen it before. I don't know how. There's no 2x4s here, so we have to build you a wall now. Yeah, there's nothing holding this shit up here.
On top of that, Pete's helper Anthony has had some issues lately.
Look what it says here right now. It goes, read that. Bottom.
Got go. My wife just got into a fight